Hello, welcome to My Life on Paper. I am Brianna. I'm so glad you're here today. I am playing along with Sketch Sunday and the crew, and we have this sketch to use for today. And it looks like it's by Page Maps. Um, I picked these two photos. I haven't talked about this for a little while, but I try to work chronologically, sort of. I hop around within the last year. I'm way past the last year, so um, it's not the last year and a half, but this is from June of 2024, and it's my two daughters picking strawberries at a pick your own strawberry farm. So I picked out these two papers that I have for a paper pad. It was I won from Record the Story. Janet Madison had a giveaway. And so I won those. And then that border strip in the middle is from Close to My Heart. And I'm going to cover that so much up, you'll barely even notice that. I am trying to follow the sketch. I have some pocket cards that I'm using. This is all about getting stuff out of your stash. I was thinking about using a white background paper for the top, and I really the decision came, and I know this is very busy, but I do like it in the end. The decision came that I want to use more of these pattern papers. So you can see these elements that I have. I can't tell you where I got them from. I took them out of the packaging, and I'm not sure, and they match so well. And I cut them apart. I think I really want to use that little one I have in my hand because it matched the best. And I think it gets put to the side and I don't use it. There is a kind of a layered piece in the background. So I cut down this white piece of paper and then discover it's too short because my photos are bigger than what's in the sketch. So I will cut that white cardstock apart to make it stretch. So Janet Madison, Record This Story, used to make videos. She is amazing. She's very instructional. She's friendly and easy to listen to. And she's stopped making videos now, but you still can go to her videos on YouTube and check them out. And I will try and make sure that I link them below. She was one of the first YouTubers that I started following when I started watching YouTube scrapbook videos, and she's a great enabler too. If you don't, if you need someone to encourage you to buy scrapbook supplies, watch Record the Story RTS. All right, so this is where I've pulled this apart or cut it apart, and now I'm placing it back together again. You can see on the left all the pieces that I pulled out from my stash, a lot. And honestly, I don't use like barely any of it. Oftentimes I have my color binders, and that's where if I don't have a collection, I'm going to get my pieces to use on a page. Um, so I pulled out a lot of pinks and greens, very excited to use them. And with this sketch, I just didn't need much. There's so much going on in the pattern paper. And then the pictures take up a large portion and that cut apart card that's going to be the title as well. So I was thinking about layering more on that border strip there. Uh, and I didn't really find something that I wanted. Although I gotta tell you, I don't think I looked at the pink ones I had grabbed out. So those will all have to be for another layout. I'm going to take the first pocket card and tuck it underneath the border sticker like it is in the sketch. However, it's kind of below. Well, no, you can see. So no, that's going to be like one of the little pieces that you can see is to the left of that "Oh Happy Day." Um, I needed the title to go there, so I couldn't have the sticker go right through it. Although it would have been interesting. I don't think, well, I would have had to double up on the border if I was going to cover up the title completely and use a different one. I am using these crafter tape permanent adhesive because I found them in my scrapbook room when I was reorganizing. And so I'm going to use those up before I go back to my ATG. These banner stickers I think I got from Hobby Lobby. I think they came in a little booklet, and so I want to use them somewhere. Um, yeah, to get them out of my stash. And I have multiples of these, and then they do come in different colors as well. And I just loved how this pink flower matched what I had going on exactly. after I completed this layout, I thought too that instead of that extra piece of pattern paper on the top, I could have used some mixed media just to give it some color up on top. And it was hard because I really did want to use a lot of the pattern paper, which is fine. I'll have to use, I also want to use a lot of my mixed media too. So that'll have to come on another page. The little green banner says family comes first, and not that I thought that was really important for the page, but it does match. So that hangs out for a little bit. And then I'm not sure where I got those leaves and trees. That might be something doodlebug. I'm not sure, but those don't make it on the page. There you can see there's a stamped journaling box with a heart up on top. If I stamp, oh, here come the butterflies. So if I stamp something and I don't use it on a page, I will put it into my color boxes, and that not only helps if you know if you need exactly that, but it also helps for inspiration. Oh, I should get out my stamps. So I did have all these things into my stash, and I have quite a few of these butterflies. However, I did do them in different colors. I did some like second generation. They weren't all perfect. So this one, I am going to take some Nuvo drops. And this is kind of the closest color I had. And the other pink one is like very translucent, so I didn't think it would cover anything up. But I'm going to take this and put it right over the body and the antenna, and then do the dots on the wings. And this one is a Nuvo crystal drop in red berry. And I'm going to go off camera and let that dry. I actually do the same thing to one more butterfly. There you can see it there, one of the light butterflies, but it's not, it's too, well, it's probably too red for the layout. So I decided it's going to bother me. I need one more, I need one more butterfly because it's going to just bother me that these aren't perfect in that. So I pull out some paper from my white paper box because I have to have everything sorted by color. That's the way my brain works. And I'm going to trim this out kind of quickly here. I have my favorite scissors. I, well, through what, 25 years of scrapbooking, I have a lot of scissors, but these are my all-time favorites. They're the Tim Holtz serrated scissors, and they work like a dream. I have this pair that has the little scissors, I guess, little blades maybe. And then I have a larger pair of scissors. I think the blade is like 5 inches. Don't quote me on that. And it's, again, it's the Tim Holtz serrated one. And I'll use those to, if I want to trim something straight, like if it's overhanging a page and you just want to trim it off, instead of getting my trimmer out all the time. And I do like to be precise, believe it or not, that often, in the past, I would have always pulled out my trimmer, but I do really love this long bladed Tim Holtz scissors. Okay, so I pull these out and put them next to the ones I've already got, and they just don't look right. And what happened is, I had stamped them on just like paper and not really cardstock. So I went back and stamped them on cardstock, and you can see they look much better now. You can't even tell which ones I stamped other than the bee was one because I did not have a bee. So now I have two of the big butterflies on the left side. One might be a dragonfly, and then I have the three on the right side. And then I'm going to put my pop dots on. I have collected some foam adhesive dots and also found those in my stash, so I'm using those. I also have, I know a lot of people use like fun foam, like kids fun foam. You can cut it out in any shape you want to pop your things up. I actually bought some a while ago. They're sitting in my stash, but I do I guess the foam tape that you get like maybe at Hobby Lobby is so or the dollar store is which isn't the dollar store anymore is so easy to use. That's what I tend to gravitate towards. But like I said, I have these these foam dots, so that I'm going to use those. I'm certain those are much more expensive than buying some foam tape, and the fun foam would be the least expensive option if you're looking for something to pop your embellishments up with. This is another random thing from my stash. It's just a little green tag, and I thought with all the pink on the bottom, maybe I could layer this tag on there. I had a hard time figuring out placement, but I do like where it is. And what I'm going to do is tuck the top strings underneath that word. The word says best friends. It's kind of like a chipboard. And so, and these are my daughters, and I would say they're best friends. I would think that they would. Well, I think Meredith has a lot of best friends. Then I take out my spray. It is picked raspberry, and that gives it a little bit of pink on the top. Then I will get my long Tim Holtz scissors out. I forgot I did this. And there's just a little bit, I thought I'd overlap that to get some of the roundness off on the right hand side. So I just take that and trim it off. And then I'm going to use these. Uh, they're not jewels and they're not enamel dots, but there's something close. So I'm going to take some pink ones out. Again, bringing a little bit of pink up onto the top part of the page since there is so much green going on. And I'm just going to, normally I put these in threes, but I just kind of sprinkle them around. And that is my completed layout. So check out everybody playing along below. And until next time, may your memories always have a home on paper.